Hey guys, it's Brandy with Eternal Harvest Home Decor, and today I'm going to answer another question for you guys, for my beginners out there. I get asked this question fairly often as well on TikTok and on Instagram. And the question is, how do I get started and what tools do I need in the very beginning just to start basic building skills? So I've done this in real life myself 7 years ago. When I started from nothing and really didn't have any tools. So I'll walk you through the steps and the tools that I bought first, and hopefully that'll be helpful to you guys. Stick around. So the first thing that you're going to want to think about is safety. Before you get into any power tools or any kind of woodworking, you want to make sure that you're safely covered in the places that are important. Your eyes, ears, mouth, and hands. So I usually start with my goggles. These are Magid goggles. I will put a link below in the description. I love these goggles because they cover really well on the side. You can see this goes back and they cover the full eye frame or face frame area. And I've been using them for a while now. They're really comfortable. They don't slide off, things don't get in, and they're pretty inexpensive. So I'll put that link below. You want to make sure that you have hearing protection. And I now have some ISO tunes, which are a little more pricey, but if you're just beginning, these are really cheap ear protection earmuffs. And I got them at Harbor Freight just for a couple of bucks. So make sure you have something for your ears. These saws and machinery can get really loud, and it's really important to have that kind of protection. Next is hands, and I really like these firm grip gloves. You can get them at Lowe's or pretty much anywhere. They're really comfortable, flexible. They have all different kinds of shapes, sizes, and for different purposes. This is the all-purpose or general purpose, I guess is what it says right here. And I'll put a link to those below as well. And lastly is lung protection. This is an RZ mask that I use when I'm fiddling around in the shop and I'm doing sanding or cutting. It's not super heavy duty, but it does protect me pretty well. If I'm doing any kind of spraying with paint or chemicals, I use a 3M mask, which is a little more pricey, but will also be in my description. So depending on what you're doing will depend on what you need to get, or depending on where you want to start. I would start with an RZ mask, gloves, goggles, and hearing protection for sure. Okay, so my number one first purchase after safety as far as tools goes was a miter saw. This is a Cobalt 10-inch sliding miter saw, which means it comes out this way. It also bevels this way and that way. You absolutely do not need it to slide or bevel to be able to make good cuts and do what you want to do. It was just on sale. I went at a Black Friday sale and I liked those features because I do a lot of frames, which means you're going to need that bevel cut. And with the 10-inch sliding portion, I can actually cut deeper than a normal 10-inch. It'll slide down and cut a little deeper piece of wood. So I went with this Cobalt. I've had it for 7 years. I absolutely love it. It's been a really, really great tool to purchase, and it's perfect for beginners. You can pretty much get any. DeWalt makes a really great one. Ryobi has a great one. Rigid has a great one, but you need a miter saw. I feel like it's a really safe saw to start with, especially if you're a beginner. And it's easy to get comfortable with, and it's a little harder to hurt yourself on. So I would start with a miter saw for sure. Next, you're gonna wanna make sure you have a really good sander. Now, I have a lot of friends who have done the Ryobi orbital sanders, and I've heard they work really well. I started with a Bosch. This is a little more pricey of a sander, but it's lasted me a really long time. I've had it for quite a few years now. It's an orbital as well, and it's been a great sander. So look into sanders. I have a dust collection system. That's what this hose is. They don't have to have that. They have their own dust collection that they come with. If you don't have a big vacuum like this, then just stick with the dust collection that comes with the sander. Okay. Next, you're gonna wanna start with a driver and a drill. I went with the DeWalt 18 volt, and it's an older model. Now they have the 20 volt available, and I believe they're brushless and a little less heavy, but these are fantastic, and you absolutely need them as a beginning woodworker to drill and drive screws in and to get good joints, etc., pocket holes. These are gonna be your best friend. So make sure you get a set. I love DeWalt. There's a whole bunch out there that are really great. Makita makes some. I believe there's some Rigid ones now, and Cobalt as well, that all have really great drill and driver sets. So check that out, it's a must. Christmas is coming up. This is what, November now. And so I'm gonna also list off a couple small tools that you might wanna put on your list. A speed square is really helpful if you're a beginning woodworker. It has some measurements there and it'll help you square up frames, etc. This is, or when you're doing joints, you can make sure you've got everything nice and square. This thing is really helpful and it's only a couple bucks, but make sure you get a metal one. I did get a plastic one when I first started and I snapped it really fast. So, speed square, some needle nose pliers, and obviously you're gonna want some tape measures. There's all different kinds, you can get what you want, and really honestly, people just need to try out tapes before they find the model or the type, the brand that they really like. So just get a few and try them out. They're not too expensive, and you always need a few lying around anyway. Next, I want to talk about joinery, because when you are first starting out in woodworking, joinery is really difficult to think about, to do. There's fine joinery, which is really hard for a beginner. And so if you're trying to figure out how to connect two pieces of wood together, join them together, okay, you're gonna need something to help you do that. And a pocket hole system will really be helpful. This is called a Craig jig, and that is exactly what this does. You set this up, so let's say I am trying to get this piece of wood to connect to this piece of wood, just like this. How am I gonna do that if I don't have a way to make my joinery and if it's not fine woodworking? So this Craig jig drills a hole into the wood. So you would set it up here, clamp it down to the piece of wood. You connect this to your driver, to your drill, and it will drill in this hole just at that angle and put a pocket hole, is what it's called, into this piece of wood. Once you have that pocket hole, you can put a screw into that hole, put this together, and it will screw these two pieces together to hold, and it actually creates a pretty strong joint. People make tables, doors, benches, everything with pocket holes. It's not fine joinery, which means your skill is still beginner. It's basic, you can see the pocket holes, but it is strong and it will be your best friend as you're building. So look into the Craig jig pocket hole system. This one is just the single. It's the cheapest one out there. You can get it for a beginner system, maybe like 20 bucks. It comes with this and your drill and then your bit that you need to screw in the screws that also come with it. It's a square head. Or you can go a step up and get the K4, which is what I have. And I have a video about how to use the Craig jig K4. I'll link it up here. And this basically does the same thing. It's just a little faster, a little heavier duty, and can do more at a time. You can do up to three pocket holes at one time. I really suggest you look into pocket holes though if you are a beginning woodworker and you would like to make basic items like benches or tables. Lastly, clamps. You can never have enough clamps, you guys, for reals. As you're going through, you will be gluing things together. Good wood glue, I use Titebond, is important, but then clamps to hold those things together are also very, very important. You can get some cheap clamps at Harbor Freight. They'll do the job, they'll last for a little while. You can invest in some really great clamps. This is Pony Jorgensen, and I have quite a few clamps from these guys. I love these clamps a lot, but you're gonna need some clamps for sure. So hopefully I didn't overwhelm you with the list of tools that you're gonna need as a beginner. These are all things that you don't absolutely have to have. Well, some of them you do. I acquired my tools over time. I started with the drill and driver and the miter saw and then my pocket hole system, and that was it. That was all I had in the very beginning. And over time, depending on the project that I was doing, I would acquire the tools necessary for that project. So, and I would build, sell, wait, save up, buy the next tool for the next project. And over time, I've grown and I've been able to collect a lot of tools for my business and for things that I'm doing. So my point is, don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel like you have to buy everything all at once. Take your time, figure out what it is you want to start with. What project do you want to start with, and buy the tools necessary for that project. Now, to answer the question of how the heck do I start? One of the ways that I did it was by looking at plans for beginners, and some of the great places to look at plans are through annawhite.com, shannydechic.com, and then I have some beginner projects as well on my YouTube channel. So look through those projects, find a plan that you really like, look at the directions, and watch YouTube videos on how to use the tools that are involved, and then you gotta just dip your toe in and go. Talk to people in the community. Instagram is a really, really great tool to be using if you're a beginner woodworker and you have questions. Most people on Instagram who are woodworkers are willing to answer questions and want to help beginner woodworkers come into the industry. So I'm one of those. If you have questions, let me know. I'm always happy to help, and there are several others. So talk to your community, get involved, ask questions, watch YouTube videos, and look at plans. And that's how you begin. That's all it takes. And you start, and know that you are gonna make mistakes. I made several mistakes. I still make mistakes all the time. Mistakes are part of the process. So if you can go in and know you're gonna make mistakes and be okay with that, you're good to go. Give it a try. Make sure you tag me if you're starting your first project on Instagram. I always love to see people's new stuff and help if I can and support you and root you on, because I did it too. And I know it's scary and it's hard, but it sure is rewarding. So thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to me here. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Thanks, you guys. Hope you have a great day.